Hello everybody and welcome back to the B&B podcast. This is episode 131. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
I'm your other host, Brody.
And today, we've got a new guest. A new spot has been filled, because everyone kept canceling. No, I'm just kidding. Evan, say hi to the audience. Your hand's a bit blurry. How's it going?
It's going.
Yeah.
And you?
It's going, I guess. So you wanna tell the audience about yourself a little bit?
No.
Okay.
Fair enough. The man of mystery.
Yeah. Pops up once, never again, and then nobody knows who he really was. No, like you and Brody have been friends for quite a while, and then
Grade 7. Yeah.
frenemies,
Fuck.
and then friends.
No, it was just enemies.
Yeah. Just
then
enemies.
Somehow, yes.
As all things
It
do.
was a lovely story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Evan's wanted to come on the podcast for a while, and now that we have this hypothetical segment on the show, I thought it'd be a good chance to get to know the deep thoughts in that mind of yours.
That's not a good idea.
So
Liquor's involved in that.
yeah, that's the Never Have I Ever episode. But
That's
yeah.
the Never Never episode.
But yeah, welcome back to the show. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the last few episodes. I've seen some decent engagement on the YouTube videos, so thank you guys for that. Shout out to my pal Keelan, who left a comment on the last episode. I used to work with him, so nice to see you in the chat if you're listening to this. Thank you for the support.
Brandon won't put the comment here.
Why would you say that? Now I'm obligated to do so. I barely like editing as is. Yes, so thank you for the support on that. But yeah, we picked a few genres, six of them to be precise, and I'm gonna read through
66
them.
of them.
No, that would be way too many. We'd be here for like 6 hours.
We had to talk to one of them for 2 minutes each.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll just jump into it. You guys know how this works, and if you don't, well, figure it out.
Oh shit.
So, to start off, I picked time travel. So yeah, I'm gonna read it out, and then we're gonna kind of discuss what we do in that scenario, and pick it apart, and go from there. So, this one is time travel. After several decades of genetic research and experiments, humanity was able to develop superpowers. No one thought this was possible. Everything from telepathy, to super strength, to super speed, to telekinesis. Basically, everything you could find in a comic book. At first, these superheroes protected the innocent and stopped crime. However, one time, the superheroes became belligerent, fighting amongst themselves as well as against the people they swore to protect. Eventually, they overthrew the governments, took control of countries, and turned into warlords who invaded one another's lands. As a high-ranking general of one of these war-torn countries, you're forced to commit atrocities on behalf of your superhero leader, who has the ability to manipulate time. Then you realize that this situation can all be corrected by placing a standard mind control device on your leader's head, which will allow you to ask him to do anything, including sending you to the past to stop this timeline from ever happening. It is a long shot, but you and your fellow soldiers are ready to try.
Fuck, that was a lot.
I know.
That was long.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Evan, if you need me to go over anything, let me know.
Yeah, we usually go back through it a couple times, because some of them are long, so there's a lot to unpack at once.
Yeah.
So, humans in the future...
Superheroes attacking
Yeah.
each other, and you can go back in time and stop it. Essentially what I gathered.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You have the option to.
You have the option to, yeah, and I guess, what would your plan be?
Well, what would be the benefit of not going back in time to stop this?
I mean, I guess you are a general in his army, so as long as you do what you're told, I guess you have pretty much your life set for you, as long as you don't fuck up.
Yeah.
But I guess it's an ethics question in the fact that, like, are you okay with slaughtering innocent people in order to...
Well,
Immediately, yes, let's kill all of them. Rivers of blood. A disco.
Well, so what power does your general have?
Time
control.
manipulation, yeah.
Well, so realistically, why are we the war-torn country if that... Because realistically, that's the most powerful power of all.
Yeah.
So how are we the war-torn country if we can go back over and over again to stop what's happening to us?
I guess that would mean that he might have to give up control, though. I don't know, because like there's other, like, mind control might overrule time manipulation.
Yeah, I feel like mind control would be the best one to have.
Yeah. And I guess it depends how far the time manipulation is willing to go. Like, it doesn't even say if, like, your superhero leader has the ability to go back that far. Like, it could just be, you know, pausing and starting time. It could be reversing it up to a certain point. Like, it depends how powerful that is.
Say you can go back and stop the superpower thing from happening at all.
Mind control your general or your leader.
Yeah, that's what it says, but it doesn't say whether or not they for sure have the ability to do that.
Yeah, like you could try and mind control him, it's unsuccessful, and then you just fucked over someone that has time manipulation.
Yeah. Just turn them into...
I'm set. I am high ranking in the army.
Yeah, like I feel like if you think about it failing, you wouldn't really want to do anything. So
Yeah.
I would probably just, go kill some people.
Yeah, just commit genocide.
Yes.
Why not?
Rwanda, here we come.
Yeah. Rwanda 2.0.
Yeah, I don't know.
And cancel.
I feel like if it was just me, I'd probably take the chance, like whatever. But like, it says that you and your fellow soldiers are ready to try. So like, I don't know if I'd bank everything on that and like get other people involved as well. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a double negative, because if you go back and if you go and attempt said thing, it doesn't fail, you're essentially, whatever country you're a part of, you're getting all those soldiers killed. In turn, those people will probably attack that country, kill all the people.
yeah,
But if you try to stop it, you could also be killing innocent people. But should it succeed, you could go back in time enough to where nobody has to die.
yeah.
So here's another plot twist.
Ooh.
Say you're the only one that goes back. Could you then inherit every superpower? Like, could you just be like the superhuman?
I mean, there's no limits, but I feel like it's one of those things where if one country starts developing it, then other countries will start developing it, and then you can't really prevent them from giving other people superpowers.
Wait, we developed mind control and time manipulation?
Well, yeah,
what if he was like-
decades.
This is a superpower.
Decades of genetic research and experiments, so it's not natural. It was scientifically made.
Yeah, you don't drink a vial and can, throw boulders across the earth.
Superpowers. The powers of anxiety.
Yeah.
But then there's also the other thing where, like, yeah, you could go back in time, but you might stop one future from happening, but who's to say another future doesn't also take place instead? Because, like, that's the thing with time travel, is there's only so much you can manipulate.
Yeah.
Before things take their course.
Yeah. So I would leave Doctor Strange alone and, just be his general.
Yeah. Thanks, Steven.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what's our consensus on that one? Rivers of Blood or time travel?
Rivers of Blood.
Rivers of blood.
Rivers of Blood, okay.
Yeah.
We're all gonna just commit genocide, got it. Alright.
This is fun.
Next one, not as long. This is one that Evan picked, which is Biopunk. He picked the genre, and I picked the example, which is you are tasked with locating and eliminating 8 members of an elite military squad who have been genetically modified to become the ultimate soldiers. Why does the government want to do this? Ordinary people are beginning to worship these soldiers as demigods, and their burgeoning cult is a direct threat to society, or at least that's what the government officials say. You have your own theories about these soldiers who have done everything that their country has asked of them, and you are willing to hear them out before you carry out your orders. What do you do?
Just to specify, burgeoning means beginning to grow or increase rapidly. I had to look it up. I'm like,
Yes.
okay.
This is a cult that is combating the Church of Brody, so...
Fuck. Kill them all. God damn it.
Yeah.
So, pretty much, super soldiers, you're tasked with killing them. They're like gods in the eyes of like people.
Yeah.
What was the ending of that? I missed it. I was looking up that word.
So the government officials want you to assassinate them because they're a threat to society, but you have your own theories and you want to hear them out before you just murder them, basically.
So like you want to go and chat with them.
Yeah.
Kind of. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would definitely talk to them and learn how they like became super soldiers and then just become one.
Become the 9th member.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the same. They got the powers from the same government that's trying to kill them currently.
That's also true. Like it sounds like a whole fuck, what movie is that? There's a few movies like that.
I mean, there's that one we watched, the like Immortals kind of one. What was it called?
Yeah, the Old Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they were
yeah.
like, that's a good movie. But yeah, kind of the same thing. But the government didn't really create them. They created themselves.
Yeah. They were born this way.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you would definitely want to hear them out and see what their side of the story is.
Yeah.
And then
Because
just
if they've done everything their country's asked of them, and now the government suddenly wants to kill them,
I mean, I assume it's
more to the story that
I assume it's because they're like worried that the cult is becoming like too big and too out of control. And like if they're worshipped as demigods, like what's to stop them from like, hey, we're gonna just create our own society? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'd probably like sit down and talk with some of the cult members and figure out like why they believe in like the way that like their morals are and like where they're coming from. Try and understand them. So I feel like if like one of the super soldiers finds out that you're there to also like possibly kill them, they're probably gonna rip your head off. So
now another question: what type of government are we dealing with?
I assume America. I just assume all of these are from America because it just seems like an American thing to do.
That's the viewpoint we use.
Because I mean, if it was ours, I'd just say fuck it and join them.
Yeah.
I feel like with like super soldiers would be like a Russian thing.
Russian or American? I think like one of the big superpower like countries.
Yeah.
And this one's it's hard because you don't really know the context of it, and
yeah, that's where we kind of build off of it.
They want you to go and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
What powers do you have? What makes you so capable of being able to kill these 8 government-enhanced super soldiers?
I mean,
yeah, like
they are just enhanced, so I assume like if you shoot them, they're probably not gonna live through it. But I guess you don't really know either.
Yeah,
like,
they have like that special type of mind where they can see things happening before it happens. Can they almost slow down time in their own head and react quicker? Like,
I mean, I feel like
what makes us so special?
I feel like it's more like a Captain American like type of superhero where it's just enhanced endurance, enhanced strength.
I don't want a shield rung off my head.
when I think of like government trained like super soldiers, I think of like Navy SEALs because they're technically super soldiers in themselves compared to other soldiers. So they could just be regular people, just like insane training.
Well, it says they're genetically modified to become the ultimate soldiers.
I must have missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's definitely some like.
Maybe they have they can run faster. I don't know.
That's
Maybe
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if you're just some regular like boot camp civilian, you're gonna go say hi and get fucking like captured and tortured for a while, probably.
Yeah. I feel like you could also take the route of going and talking to the scientists that worked on the soldiers.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
access to them, yeah.
Because
So,
I mean, yeah, you don't know both sides of the story. You don't we don't know what makes us so special to be able to take them on.
hmm
And yeah, so obviously you're gonna want to figure out that story first. Figure out
Yeah,
what's
like,
Yeah.
going on before you make any decision.
we
like
need more info.
maybe you could be the 9th super soldier that is tasked with killing the other 8, and the government's just gonna kill you. Like that could be
Exactly,
another whole
yeah.
twist there.
Yeah, you don't know what their plan is for you. Like, I don't think they want any of the like super soldiers out and about. So like, even if they did turn you into one to eliminate the others, like, there's no guarantee you're gonna survive that in the end.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
and 8,
Oh, go ahead.
like 8 versus 1, no matter the odds, is usually not a great outcome. So you can probably kill a few of them, but you're gonna want to have a partner probably.
Yeah,
Well, like it said, they've followed all orders 100%. Why the sudden urge to get rid of them? Yes, that cult is getting bigger, but realistically, if they haven't shown any signs of subordination,
yeah,
what's the reasoning?
yeah.
Could just be they've
Control.
outlived their usefulness, or yeah, control.
I mean, control would be my idea for that.
Yeah, given they're super soldiers, they could have been genetically enhanced to not necessarily have a conscience, and they're
Yeah.
just straight on the mission, and they could be developing that conscience.
Well, and if
Like Gemini Man.
yeah.
Or like I just watched recently, Bloodshot.
Yes.
Well, and if they're
And
like,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if they're being worshipped, like, that can put in their heads, like, oh, I'm better than everyone else, like, give them the god complex that people are pretty much already giving them, and then they're like, oh, I don't need to listen to the I mean, it doesn't say, but they could develop that god complex and be like, nah, you guys can't control me, look at, like, all the people that support me, and it'll be like the Church of Brody all over again.
I need
Very
my
true,
soldiers
yeah.
to guard me.
Alright.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of possibilities that you can't really know.
What would you guys do in the audience? Would you kill the super soldiers, or would you try and figure out more details? Let us know down in the comments. We'll move on to the next one, boys.
Yeah.
Alright, Immortality. This one was from Brody. You have lived for so long that it's hard to remember your childhood. Your first vivid memory involved being chased out of a village by an angry mob who thought that you were an immortal demon. Then there was the time another angry mob burned down your castle because they thought you were a vampire. You learned through trial and error that you must move out of a location and change your identity every 20 years or so. If you stay any longer, the locals will start to whisper about your never-aging appearance and come up with outlandish theories. One day you are considering moving to a new town when you look outside your window to find a group of people protesting. They think you are an android, which were all banned and destroyed by the government 50 years ago. When the police arrive and start knocking down your door, you realize that your 20-year policy might need to be adjusted downward. What would you do?
Man, I'm fucking 24. I don't remember my childhood. How old's this guy? Jesus.
On androids were banned 50 years ago? What year is this?
This
Well,
will be very far in the future.
Well, yeah, because initially you're chased out of a village, so obviously,
And
like, it's
A
pretty
castle,
far
'cause
back.
People think
Yeah.
you're a vampire.
So you've at least lived quite a few hundred years.
And now androids are being banned. Yeah, we're very far in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're probably, what, 400, 500 years old, maybe?
Yeah.
Give or take? That would make sense.
Because I think the fall of Constantinople was sometime in the 1400s. So that would have been like Roman times.
Yeah.
So you're even further back than that.
And then if there's androids, you're probably pushing 700, 800 years old then.
Yeah.
2100, 2200 maybe? Like, year-wise.
First off, where do you guys think you would, like, if you had been living that long, where do you guys think, like, you'd pick up and move every 20 years? I mean, there's so many places you could settle down, I guess, for a few years.
Well, if you do, say, 10 years, there's a lot of countries in the world you can settle in. Like, you could live for a long time in different countries, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And, like, I feel like now it's becoming almost more popular for people, like, well, if you have the money, I guess, to, like, travel and live in, like, a camper or something. So, like, that's another option, I guess.
Always be on the road.
Yeah. Like, my work takes me everywhere. I don't have, like, a steady place, so you just travel. I mean, I guess that's one way of escaping that.
Yeah.
What do you think your explanation would be to the cops when they think you're an android?
You silly hoe.
Yeah. What the fuck?
This is like Detroit Become Human territory.
I mean, you could literally prove it.
Yeah, but how are you gonna prove how old you are? You probably have no Well, I guess you could technically get forged documents for fake identity.
Yeah. I feel like if you've been around long enough, you kind of know your way around dealing with cops.
But I guess if they take you in and they try and find out who you are, I guess your DNA might not even be in the system.
Here you were born in 1374.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That'd be so fucking confusing as that cop.
You'd be like, I think I need to lay off the coffee for today. Sorry, guys, can you take this one? Pass it off to someone. I don't know. I feel like being on the road is probably the best case scenario for something like this, because then you don't have to deal with people trying to come after you.
Yeah. See, but I feel like if you get surrounded by the right people, you technically could be worshipped as like some sort of like god that you can't really die. You can just like play it off that you are like the reborn god.
Again, I guess
The Church of Brody is not surviving 800 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll survive more.
Ever since the Church of Brody, it's been overthrown like 3 times, and he doesn't want to admit it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you just gotta. I mean, if you.
There's so many different options you could take.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
that one's so open.
Yeah, and it's just immortality. So again, I don't know, like, if it's just like regular immortality where you still can be like affected by outside forces. Like, if you get shot, does it kill you? If you get shanked in the alley by a hoe, does it affect you?
When your hoes turn on you.
Yeah.
You get shanked by a hoe in an alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Normal things that happen
Yeah,
to
just
everyone.
casual
There's no one in the closet, I swear. Moving on. So Evan picked Mythic as his second one. In the future, Earth is thrown into another ice age, during which humanity loses its technological advancements and historical records. Those who remain live in nomadic tribes who struggle to survive in the frozen world with limited resources available. You are the leader of one such tribe, and you encounter a godlike being who refers to himself as Prometheus. He teaches you how to build fire, something no one in your group understands or has seen. You believe this is magic, and decide to find a way to introduce it to your people without being labeled as a sorcerer and killed.
Oh, hold up. We lost all our technological advances, and all of a sudden we went back to Ice Age, like caveman brain.
Basically.
We make fire.
I mean,
Yes.
I like how they actually bring the god of fire into that.
Yeah.
Prometheus is the titan of fire.
Yeah. He stole
But,
the
like,
fire from the gods.
Yes, we lost our technological advances, but how did we lose like the basic knowledge of how to make a fire?
I feel, that
I don't get that.
that in itself is kind of a weird loop, like plot hole in that, I guess.
I mean, I kind of, compare it to, Horizon Zero Dawn, game I've played and talked about on the podcast a bit, where they are basically thrown back into tribes. But yeah, I feel like you'd still know how to make a fire.
I mean, without my phone, I basically am a caveman, but...
But I think for like this example, it just means like there's no resources available to make a fire. And so Prometheus comes and he shows you how to build a fire with quote-unquote magic.
Okay. That makes it a little bit more sense.
That's
then.
what I'm kind of getting from it.
Okay, so if we go off that, then yeah, that kind of differs it a bit.
Yeah.
Because it says that Prometheus is a master craftsman.
Yeah.
So it could be able to, like, craft you something that you could make fire with.
You rub two icicles together and it makes fire.
What was the question, then, at the end of it?
It's not really a question, it's just you have to find a way to introduce it to your people without being labeled as a sorcerer and then killed.
So the witch trials, you don't want to be the witch.
Yeah.
This man here, he make the fire.
Yeah, this big godlike creature behind me. Not me, him.
Look, killing
Prometheus, make
Prometheus.
fire. See? Not me.
Cast fireball.
Yeah. Burns village down.
Hey, you don't have to worry about being killed if they're all dead.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go find another group.
Then you and Prometheus will just take off and...
Yeah, just ride into the sunset.
Yeah.
Are we lovers now?
Yes.
Yeah, you and a fucking chiseled titan.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good time. Yeah, like...
Keep me warm with
do
his fire making.
I guess another question posed is, like, would you trust Prometheus, or would you want to keep that power, quote-unquote, power to yourself?
All mine.
All yours.
Nobody needs to know.
Yeah. So I feel like having that power would keep you in, like, a for sure leader role with your tribe.
Yeah.
If no one else knew how to make that and you had that power, everyone would kind of keep you around.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be expendable.
strike a deal with Prometheus and be like, hey, like, you can stick around or whatever, and I'll give you whatever you want as long as you only show me the ability to create fire.
Yeah,
I think he's the one that's saying you can stick around for a bit.
Because
He's
there are
just
some
saying
Greek
this.
texts where he is a trickster, so he
Yeah.
could be like tricking you into something.
Mhm.
Like maybe he teaches you how to make fire, and then the fucking Greek gods are pissed off at you. Like,
Yeah.
it could be smited down. Zeus throws a lightning bolt up your asshole. Like, who knows?
What?
At least your innards will also be on fire.
You'll be warm until you die.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'd probably try and strike a deal, but like you said, it when someone comes with that kind of power, like, it's not like
Not really
it's not
up
for
to you.
Well, yeah, and it's not for free. Like, no one who's got that kind of power. What's going on outside?
A whole lot of fucking sirens.
Yeah, God, Prometheus, what have you done?
Yeah. God
but,
damn it, wrong
but yeah,
village.
something like that, especially from a god, is not free. It never comes
Yeah.
free.
Yeah. There's gotta
There's
be a
gonna some
price
type
with
of
that.
cost.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess, would it be worth it to you guys?
I feel like with there being an ice age and you not being able to stay warm, I would 100% take whatever cost comes with it.
Oh yeah, it's like survive. It's what you do to survive. Like, you can't survive if you're gonna freeze to death.
Well, it's like you
Yeah.
said, if I'm gonna die warm.
Yeah, like you can't cook your meat, you can't fucking melt ice and stay warm, you can't make roots. Like you'd kind of have to.
Mm-hmm. All right. This one's Brody's military, which we haven't done before. For the past 3 grueling years, you've been a prisoner of war at an alien labor camp. You recently heard that the 20-year interstellar war has finally ended and a peace treaty has been successfully signed and ratified. Unfortunately for you and your fellow prisoners, the warden has decided not to hand you over. Despite the conditions of this treaty, he would rather have you and the others work to death than be free. With your government... What? Erroneously? Alright, believing that you were killed in action. You know that no one will be looking for you or rescuing you anytime soon. Your only option is to somehow break out of the prison and find a way back home. What do you do?
Erroneously means like in a mistaken way.
There we go. Words. You're the thesaurus.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the final sentence? What would you like? Was
Well, your only option is to break out of the prison and find a way home.
okay? So like,
What's your
Break it
prison
up and find a
escape
way home?
plan?
Where are we being held?
At an alien labor camp.
it's like that could be in outer space.
Well, I'm assuming.
Are we on
So-
a ship? Are we on one of their planets?
Um,
I think it says.
it just
I'm
says
assuming-
My
you-
strategy's changing depending on where we are.
Let's just say you're on the ship in outer space.
sure. Space prisons.
I don't read Alien. I can't fly their ships.
Well, then you're gonna die in a POW camp.
I mean,
I feel like if you've been there for 3 years, you might have like picked up on like dialect, maybe.
You've at least got one tracking probe in your butt.
Yeah.
and
maybe
like
4.
3 years, or sorry, not 3 years. It's been 20 years. It was a 20-year war.
What?
Yeah. 20-year
Just accepted it
interstellar
at this
war.
point.
So, like, I guess there's probably quite a few people in this labor camp. I feel like if you had the numbers, you could probably find a way to escape. I mean, yeah, a lot of you would probably die. But I
What
think
type of technology do the aliens have? They could have these necklaces that they can control that can stun you type thing. You don't know. Especially with aliens, they're gonna have all types of technology that we don't.
Yeah.
True. The escape might literally not be an easy option at all.
you basically...
Oh, I'm gonna escape. Okay, stun.
Yeah,
Done.
and dead.
I mean, I don't even think you would necessarily have to escape. Like, if there's like pretty much 20-year war, and like that, throughout that whole time, I'm sure they've been collecting prisoners of war. I'm sure somebody knows something about the technology. So like, even if you find some way to make a communication device for like getting back to Earth or something, so that someone could hear you, you don't even necessarily need to escape. That way, you could just hope that somebody hears you and
Did it
breaks
say
you
the
out.
war had ended, or was it still
Yeah,
ongoing?
peace
Yeah,
treaty.
there was a peace treaty, but then the warden didn't want to hand the prisoners over.
Huh. Because yeah, usually at the end of war, you kind of trade back your
Supposed
either
to,
you try
yeah.
the people or trade them back.
Yeah, because so you've been in there for 3 years, but the war has lasted 20 years. So I don't know. I think I'd try to make a communication device or something to try and contact people, because like Evan said, you don't know what technology they have. They could push a button and you could just be brain dead. Turn into a fucking vegetable.
Already kind of brain dead, but
I'm already halfway there.
Yeah. They'll kill the other half, it's fine.
Oh, damn.
yeah,
I
it's,
need
you
that
could
half.
obviously you'd want to do something without like setting off any type of alarms or anything, because otherwise,
Yeah.
who knows what they have hidden behind that door that they could use on you.
Mm-hmm.
They're sex toys, they're alien sex toys.
Their red room.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Now they probably got some good hentai there, so you could be set for life. I'm not
Shit,
good.
an hour a day of that, and all we're doing for free.
Yeah, fucking keep me forever.
Yeah.
As
So,
long as it's the good.
what's the consensus on that? What would you guys do?
Well, yeah, you're gonna. I don't know.
Either you escape or get worked to death. So I mean, like, I feel like escape. Even if you escape and you die, is better than being worked to death.
And die
At the
either
same
way, I
point,
guess?
if the war's ended, the Earth, essentially as a whole, is gonna do what they can to try and get you home.
Yeah, like they would know for sure that there'd be like some like prisoners of war somewhere.
Well,
They're not
the
just
one
gonna
the
let-
one line says, "With your government erroneously believing that you were killed in action." So they think
I
you're
think
dead already.
Yeah, so you're fucked.
But they think you're dead, but they also said that the aliens aren't wanting to hand back any prisoners.
So it could
So
be
they could
more.
think you're dead, but who knows how many prisoners they are that they're not willing to give back.
Like, you could wait it out and work another year or two and then be rescued.
There's also the possibility that the humans have prisoners.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, I wouldn't put it past people on Earth to do the exact same thing aliens would.
Well, and history has shown it with war camps.
Exactly.
So we would have prisoners.
Yeah.
Because especially if it's an alien like civilization, you'd want to study and try and learn a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like I'd wait it out. At some point, there's going to be a rescue or a trade or something.
Or just execute all of us and be on their way.
Yeah. You never know.
There you go. There you have it.
Yeah. Yeah, just probably try and wait it out.
Yeah.
If what's going to happen is going to happen.
I'd probably try and communicate and sound like an SOS signal back to Earth and then hope and wait for the best and hope that things work out. If they don't, well, you're dead anyways, so...
Send out sandwiches.
Yes. Send out sausages.
Slippery old sausages.
The last one we have, because we are nearing 40 minutes here, is comedy, which I found a bit weird. One day, while you're eating your microwave dinner in your apartment, you see a blue flash across the sky and hear a loud thud from outside. You look through the window to discover what seems to be a knight climbing out of the dumpster. You race downstairs to get a closer look. As you open the back door, you are confronted by the knight at the other side of the parking lot as he shakes his axe at you and yells something unintelligible. You grab your phone to call the police when another blue light flashes. An alien falls into the dumpster, followed by a robot and then a cowboy. It then dawns on you. These are all your favorite toys from your childhood. You just hope that Freddy the T-Rex does not make an appearance.
Why does my knight have an axe? Shouldn't he have a sword?
Right? That's the first thing I thought of.
Knights have axes, I guess.
Yeah, it's just not common.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, whoa, we're backing up. Firstly, I'm not going to go downstairs. It's too much walking.
It's not even the night, it's just
Everyone's just
too
gonna
much
jump out the
effort.
window.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stare at him through the window and be like,
Just flip them off.
what in the cosplay looking shit do we got going on here?
The LARP is going on in the backyard here. I feel like it's kind of cool though. Like that's like a whole like play on Toy Story, kind of. That all your favorite toys come to life.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what the fuck. There was like an old movie like from the 90s that kind of had the same type of.
Oh, I know what you're talking.
Had like army guys, and then it had like the monster toys or whatever. And yeah, they had a war as well, so it kind of sounds like that.
All Soldiers.
Yes.
That movie was so fucking good.
Yeah.
98. That movie came out.
That was a quality movie, but it's kind of like that because they also have they have a war or whatever, and it doesn't necessarily say that there's a war or whatever, but I don't know how you deal with that. Fucking.
Maybe you don't have to deal with it at all. Like, does it say that they're like life size? Are they like toy size?
And it says they're coming to life.
So, yeah, they could be fucking still the miniature models.
Well, it says they climb out of the dumpster, so I'm assuming they're full sized.
That knight could have a grappling hook.
Yeah, you never know. You could climb up on a garbage bag and jump out.
An alien could have a jetpack.
I feel like you wouldn't see a soldier from across the parking lot if it was a toy.
You're gonna see the fucking blue flashing light.
Yeah, how you gonna know it's a knight waving an axe? The axe would be like that big. How would you see that?
Playing kickball.
It'd be full sized.
Mini knight with a full size axe.
So what toys do you think from your childhood would come to life if it was this example?
I remember my fucking childhood. I don't know.
Like, mine would probably be like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'd be okay with that.
See, I had those fucking, like, G.I. Joe little action figure dudes.
Oh, you'd have a
And, like-
militia on your side, okay.
And you remember Action Heroes?
was gonna say action heroes.
Yeah, I had like all of them. These things are worth so much money now. It's
Yeah.
fucking gross. That and I had like fucking Pokemon like action figures. So that'd be fucking Charizard popping out of the goddamn dumpster. That'd be terrifying.
Have a dragon and a militia on his side.
We're gonna have to assemble Lego people.
They just crash into the dumpster and they're fucking already beheaded and have lost their limbs.
All their pieces are spread out.
Yeah. I don't know.
can't remember what toys I played with.
I feel like if they're not like immediately hostile and trying to kill you, I mean, in this example, it sounds like the knight's trying to kill us as the person that this example's about. But I feel like if they're not hostile, it'd be kind of cool. Have life-sized versions of your childhood toys.
Until the government shows up.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's okay. Brody's got a militia.
Yeah, I'll defend us.
Yeah.
We're all right.
They're your bodyguards now at the church.
Yeah.
Yeah. Church is now
Cowboy, an
defended again.
alien, knight. What was the other one?
Alien, knight, cowboy, and robot.
Hell yeah, we're doing good. sounds like a weird play for a Fallout game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can it be one of the Star Wars bounty hunter robots?
Yeah, then we're good.
Then
Sure.
then we're really set.
Yeah.
Ain't no one attacking us.
For the cowboy, you get the Lone Ranger.
And
You're
apparently,
real good
and there's
then.
also a T-Rex that maybe makes an appearance. So
Oh god, we're fine then.
yeah,
That's my new pet.
that'd
Fluffy.
be quite a thing to land in a dumpster. I don't think it would fit.
On the dumpster.
Oh, you see the T-Rex just smashing this dumpster.
Head first.
Takes out a whole fucking building.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are all the examples we have to go through today. So
That was fun.
it was good. It's good hearing from you, Evan.
No.
Okay, well, it's not good
Evan's
hearing
Evan's
from you.
gonna fade into the darkness for another few weeks.
Yeah. It's just gonna slowly, yeah. Ah, the sleep paralysis demons are back. His whole
Yeah.
face is gone.
Everything's blurred now.
Oh, fuck. Alright, well, thank you for joining us, Evan. You have anything to plug for the audience? Anything you want them to follow?
No.
Alright, follow you home. No? Okay.
Have you with a good time.
Again, thank you guys for all the support on the videos. Make sure when you hit the subscribe button to hit that bell as well to be notified when we upload. Usually every Sunday, unless I forget to edit or I just don't fucking feel like editing. But regardless, you'll be notified when we upload. Other than that, Brody, you want to tell the lovely audience where they can find us on social media? Done
yeah,
playing
the
with
main-
your toys?
Yeah, this is the one that's gonna come to life. It's Sir. Oh well, we tried. Can we put it there? Yeah, Sir Daniel. Him and his one arm.
The audio listeners are very confused right now.
Yeah. Evan's playing with knives. I'm playing with toys.
What?
What?
Where can people find us? On social media, not in real
Evan's
life.
address is. Like his address.
Yeah.
No, the main ones we use are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Other than that, if you're looking for new ways to listen to us, we're on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube podcast.
Google Podcasts. Apparently, it still exists. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that company's doing, but Google Podcast still exists. So go.
That was a thing?
Go there. Well,
was for a
so
while,
yeah,
yeah.
we're on Google Podcasts, and then YouTube bought out Google Music. I assume they bought out Google Podcasts as well, but I guess not. Google Podcasts still exist, and we're on there. So
It was a whole fucky thing, yeah. It
I
was,
still don't know what the fuck's going on with that, and I don't think they do either.
yeah, it was real
content.
confusing. Yeah. Other than that, if you're looking for different ways to support us, we have a Patreon if you want to donate. Redbubble if you want to buy some merch. You can check Brandon and I out on Twitch. I can't even say I'll be going live tomorrow because it won't matter because this will be up Sunday and I'm not going live on Monday. But check Brandon out at Canadian Walker 13, and mine is Brody TY.
Yes.
Yes. That is about it,
Yeah.
folks.
And yeah, just make sure to keep interacting with the YouTube videos, liking it, commenting if you feel inclined. If your opinion differs than ours, if you don't want to sacrifice innocent people in rivers of blood, let us know in the comments.
Let us know and I'll fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll tell you you're wrong.
Make sure to review us on Apple Podcasts if you're a degenerate that uses iOS. I just insulted like 25% of our audience right there. Actually, probably more. And then Spotify users, you have an option to rate the podcast now. If you just go into your podcast, click on the B&B podcast at the top there should be a rate option. You can rate it out of 5 stars. And then, yeah, if you follow us on our social media, Facebook has the option to rate us as well. So you can go do that on the page if you follow us on Facebook. That's mainly for friends and family, because most of the audience that listens to us are friends and family, and I don't think some random stranger's going to come friend me on Facebook, but you never know. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. We will be having a few more guests on here. Travis is going to be making a reappearance. We're actually probably recording another episode with Evan tomorrow, where we are going to take shots and play Never Have I Ever. You're the one that wanted it. Kyle won't be coming back on the podcast for a while because he is tied up with school. So unfortunately, we won't be hearing from him for a while. But
Does he need help? The school's tying him up. That's
yeah.
You gotta go save him.
I mean, he never said that he didn't want it, so I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have him on the podcast here. You know, not too far into the future, but I really don't know what's going on with him. So wish him the best of luck in school. Obviously, that's more important. And then, yeah, so Travis will be back on, Colton is coming on, and Evan will be back on in the future. And we will see if we can get some more guests. But until next time, thank you so much for listening and or watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
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 Bye.